Hi, I'm Mike Shackelford at the 2018 Cutting Edge Table Game Show at the Paris Casino in Las Vegas, and I'm joined once again by the friendliest face in this business, Angel Espino. Angel, what do you got for us this time?
Well, this year, my third year for this show, is we're launching Monarchy Baccarat. So Monarchy Baccarat goes off the traditional way of playing Baccarat, except that we added a second and a third tier of playing. It's a multi-action bot game. It'll triple your hold, triple your drop, and triple hands per hour.
So how is this different from regular Baccarat?
Oh, great question. So you have the option, the player has the option to play the first tier, which is regular Bac, nothing to it. Then if the player wants to play the second, third tier, what happens is after the first hand is dealt, all those cards stay. The result of the hand stays. So if you have a natural 9 against the 4 and the player wins, we pay it. The 9 and all those cards stay. For the second tier, we draw one card for each, the player and the banker, and we add it to the total. So if you have a 9 and you get a 10, it's still a 9 and you win again. So you win. And then we burn those 2 cards, and then we draw 2 more cards and add it to the initial total. So that gives the player a lot of action and a lot of options to play. So if you don't like the first tier, you can hedge it and go bigger on the second tier and go triple on the third tier. So it has different ways to win.
So does the player make all these bets up front, or can he make the subsequent wagers as he goes?
Oh no, all 3 bets have to be put up front before any cards are dealt, because then there'll be a disadvantage to the house. If you see a natural 9 or something, it's like pass posting on craps. So all 3 bets have to be placed before any cards are dealt.
All right, and what does a win pay?
The win pays even money on the player, banker, and 8-1 on the tie.
All right, and is there any mechanism like a commission or some half wins to give the house an advantage?
Yes, sir. The banker on the first tier on a winner of a total of 6 pays 1-2, 50%. On the second and third tier, because there's no advantage or disadvantage on the banker or player, we take a 50%, we pay 1-2 on any win total of 3 on the second and third tier. So any banker or any player win with a total of 3 will pay 1-2.
So mathematically speaking, what does the house advantage look like?
The house advantage on the total average, we're looking at 1.3% house edge for the first tier, second, and third tier. So they're roughly 1.37, 1.35, 1.34. So you're looking at about an average of 1.35.
Okay, so it's similar to regular Baccarat, but there's a lot more bets the player can make.
Yes, a lot of bets, a lot of different bets. And what's really neat about it is that you can skip a bet and just jump to the other one. You don't necessarily have to pay the first tier. You can go heavier on the second tier, and you can change from tie to banker back to player. So if you see a pattern that you like, you can adjust your bet accordingly and hit it 3 ways.
And I also notice a bet called the Trifecta on this table.
Yes, the Trifecta it's another wager that it's optional. What that does, it pays you 6-1 if you guess all 3 bets correctly. So if you go banker, 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 and you win all 3, we'll pay you 6-1 on the Trifecta.
So what would it pay if a player bet something unusual like tie banker player?
Great question. We're thinking about adding another pay table for it. So if you guess all 3 correctly and there's 1 tie involved, we're gonna bump it up to like 20 or 40-1. If you guess correctly all 3, but then there's 2 ties involved, we're gonna bump that up to 100 to maybe 200 on the payout. If you guess correctly tie, we're looking at about 400-1 payout on that Trifecta.
All right, what would a new game be if it didn't have some way to win a lot of money?
That's the key right there. That's where the trend is. Players want to be able to win big on that $1, on that $5. All of a sudden, you have $2,000 on that $5 bet. That's what it's about. That's that energy, the excitement of hitting it big with 1 single bet.
All right, can I play a few hands to get an example?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, thanks, Angel.
Thank you, Mike. Okay, place your bets. Okay, so here the player plays 3 options. You can bet first tier, second tier, third tier, as you did there, and you also play the optional Trifecta wager. So here, the first tier is a regular Baccarat. Nothing changes. And here the player wins with a natural 9. So we go out and pay and take. Now the whole total stays here. Nothing, this doesn't move. All we do is draw 1 card for the player and 1 card for the banker, and we add it to that total. So the 9 stays as a 9 and the 7 stays as a 7. That's a total of 7 against the 9, and the player wins again. And after that second tier, we go to the third tier, and then we burn those 2 cards, draw 1 more card for the player, 1 more card for the banker. We have the player on a 14 and banker on a 6. Banker wins. Place your bets. So here on the Monarchy Baccarat, the player has the option to make 3 different bets. And here you have the option of a player, banker, or tie. And you can go back and forth either way and different amounts if you wish. So we would go ahead and deal the first hand. The first hand is your traditional Bac rules. Same rules apply on the first tier. Here we are with a banker of a natural 9. Natural against a banker 8. So here the player wins. And then the hand stays out there, all the totals stay out here. What we do is draw 1 card each for player and 1 for banker, and we add it to the total. So player wins with a 9 and banker has 7. So player wins, we'll take the banker. And then what we do is those 2 cards, we burn them and draw 1 more card for player and 1 for banker. Here the player wins with a 9, banker has 8, and we play the pair. So what that does is gives you multi-action, fast-paced game. You triple your drop, triple your hold, triple hands per hour, and it gives the player different options on one hand.
So that was Monarchy Baccarat as dealt by Angel Espino. Thank you so much, Angel.
Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
All right. Bye.